To the left and miss and fall and die. Well, it looks like she didn't crunch for us, so that's a shame. All right, I'll see you guys back at that spot. All right, guys, I'm back at this spot. What's up, everybody? Badass Games. Welcome back to King Arthur's Project. We are in Arthur's Castle evening, and if you remember, we went to Merlin's Caves, we went through the green opening, did the whole caves thing, and then we're back in the castle, and up there you see the red barrier is actually open. We could go in there, but it's just a dead end at this point. We need to get some stuff, and that's actually the end of the level, so we can't do that right now, but that is another level. Okay, so let's continue through here. If you notice, she looks up there to let you know that that's there. But where we want to go is over here to the left. And we'll be able to find a slope that takes us down to this section. So yeah, we're sloped off here. We can't get back up. But that's fine because the ending will let us get back up there. So, here's what we need to do. We need to run and jump toward this pole and grab this thing. And then we need to turn in such a way that we are angled so that way we can basically jump and turn around and then jump and veer to the left for this thing. So it's kind of a tricky jump. You can't actually jump and land on that tile and just do a backflip if you want, but I don't know, it takes a little bit of practice to get up there. So let's go ahead and actually just save the game. Might as well. Now, before I walk into this room, I want to mention that there are chandeliers in the ceiling, okay, and they will fall on you and do damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually stay on the outside of this area, along where these things are kind of sloped upward, just to avoid them. And if I do that, you see the chandeliers there. I'm going to do that for the entire room, by the way, because there's chandeliers everywhere. Okay, when we come out here, we get this music, and then we see the 3 guys down there we got to fight. You can actually activate these guys one at a time if you'd like. If you don't feel like going at them one at a time, all you got to do is just stand on the respective tile like this one's going to activate the first one. So now this guy's coming at me, which is fine. And I think the next one, yeah, you can activate them one at a time on this side as well, and this guy just took a big chunk out of me. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and just activate them all. I really don't care, but if you feel like doing them one at a time, it's actually might be a little bit more difficult because you don't have a whole lot of room to move around without activating the other guys. So I would just say just, you know, activate all 3 of them and go to town. Now these are the same type of enemies from Tomb Raider 4, where they have the gem in their chest, you gotta let them get close. I believe we've seen them before in this game, so you just gotta treat them like the same thing. Just let them get close and hop backwards, and you'll do just fine. Alright, so one of them drops a life potion, which is amazing. And also, as we climb up this ramp over here to the right, we'll find a light potion. So this was off to the left as I entered, so let me go ahead and get your bearings back here. I entered it from up over there in the corner, and I came over here to the right, and I went to the right to get the light potion. Now the correct way to go at this point is over here to the left. Now staying on the edges, like I said, otherwise those chandeliers will do some damage. We'll find a switch right here, and this is at the end of one of the tunnels. It has another switch over there behind a gate though, and we have a gate that's closed right there. So, and then there was another gate near where I entered from. Let's go ahead and pull this lever, but note that this is a timed door. So we need to make our way to this door fast. It is tight, you have to sprint to get to it, so just make sure you guys are getting there quickly. And then we can jump into this area and get some flybys. Now this is a really good flyby. Probably one of my favorite flybys because it shows you pretty much everything you need to know. Right there's a hatch that's down. Over here, there is a lever, so on and so forth. I mean, they're really giving you some solid information, which is very nice of them. A lot of these guys, they just kind of leave it up to your own devices. That right there is very important, okay? It's easy to miss. That's an opening on the side of that building. So, yeah, so they give you some clues, and with those clues you can solve this puzzle. Okay, so there's, you know, it looks like there's a lot of ways we can go. We can fall down there if we want. I think we take some damage. We want to try to avoid damage, right? So this is the way we want to go. We want to jump over to this section, and right there is our hatch that's down. And then over on this side, there is a drawbridge that is up. So that's the ultimate goal right there, is to drop the drawbridge and go through it. So that's what we're going to go do. Let's go ahead and fall down to this section, so that way I'm on this level. Now I'm going to hop backwards and hold the action button, so that way I can slide and grab this ledge. My first task is to go into the the little cubby hole or whatever you want to call it. Because there's something in there I need to do. There's also a secret in this area. We'll be getting that. But for now, these tasks lay ahead. That secret's not toward the end of the level either, so you're aware. Or, end of the level. End of this area, excuse me. Alright, here's the little cubby area. Let's go ahead and climb out. To the right, we will find a lever. That's it. That's the only thing that's in here is this lever. And a boob angle. Come on, let's get over here. There we go. Alright, so this lever raised a platform. And so we're going to be doing that here in a second. But first, we got some other things to take care of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb out of this thing, go ahead and follow the ground. Of course, there's really nothing else I can do. And there is, over here, to the right, a couple of pedestals that have some items on it. So right here, we have a monocular, and we also have a crossbow. Over here, we have some normal arrows. Okay? So this is actually more of a hint than anything. You may be thinking, hey, I've already got the crossbow. Why do I need it again? It's actually a hint. Okay? So, let's use that hint to our advantage. They gave us a crossbow with a monocular. Kind of suggests that we may need to use it. So, yes. Let's go up here and maybe use this thing. Nope, before I do that, this lever gets me every time. I don't know what's up with it. But don't forget to come in here and pull this lever. They show it during the, oh god. They show it during the flyby. It's just that I happen to forget it a lot of times. And there's another thing that I actually want to point out while I'm here. Let's go over here to the right, and you'll see that there's this opening right here. That's nothing to do with this level. Maybe in the future we come back and we see that thing and it ends up being a secret, but for now it's not anything for this level. So it can be ignored. I'm just saying that because that looks like the normal tile that they use, the texture that they use to indicate a secret. Alright, over here is the first platform that we raised. This was the raised because I pulled the lever that was inside that central building. Let's run, jump, turn around, jump up here. This is the way back. And this is where we're going to be able to get back up to the bridges. Alright, so now that I'm up here, the goal is to make it over to this other platform that I raised. Right there. Okay. Doesn't look like there's much over there if you take it at first glance, but then you gotta, this is the point where you gotta remember what you claimed earlier in this section. So let's go ahead and grab the crossbow and monocular, and our goal is to shoot the bell up here in the top. With an explosive arrow, and that's what's gonna lower the drawbridge for us. Sweet, now we can leave this section. Well, not quite. We still have a secret to get, and I missed the jump. That's great, because I'm trying to do no meds, and it's not working out very well. This level is possible to do no meds in, by the way. But for this interest of time, if I can't get it, and it's whatever. But this is one of the more difficult ones to do it in, too. Just so you know. And you'll see why in the future. Let's see if I can't still get it. I'm sure I can, but it's going to be kind of difficult. We'll see. Alright, so let's do run jump over to the bridge. And we'll pull ourselves up here. It sucks that I missed that jump because I gotta do all that climbing stuff again. You'll see why here in a second. But for now, I want to head over to this drawbridge. Oh, almost fell off. Did you see that? It was amazing. Alright, run, jump, grab drawbridge. And then run over to this section. We're not done yet. We gotta get the secret. Fall to this, and then let go and hold the jump button. Then you want to slide a little bit, jump, slide a little bit, jump, slide a little bit, jump and grab, pull up, and then we're in the secret. Now this secret's kind of special because we got a visit from Buzz. We've seen him before. He's been in a couple of other secrets already. Yeah, man. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab the secret. We got some ammo and some more ammo for the shotgun, or musket if you want to call it that. It's cool too. Go ahead and run out of this thing and make it over. Basically, climb this whole area now. I'm done with this area, by the way. So we can now leave it through the drawbridge door. Which is cool. Yes. Really not much else to say at this point, guys. It's more or less just me kind of going through this thing. We've kind of seen all this before. I did take a little bit of fall damage getting that secret, but it's very minimal. It's like a very small sliver. Most of this damage I have right now was from, well, let me put that away. I'm trying to play a game here. It's from me making that mistake. So you should only have like a sliver of life gone at this point in time. But, yes, let's go ahead and jump over here. We'll make our way over to the other drawbridge here in a moment. Alright, here we go. Let's do it again. Run and jump and grab the drawbridge. And we're finally across this, through this section. And then I'm going to go ahead and save my game, and I'll give you guys the save file as well. So you guys have that available to you guys. I'm going to get through this part first, because this part has been known to kill me. Well, maybe not these guys. Actually, there's another part that's kind of more difficult. Right here is a life potion. So don't forget that. Those are kind of cool, right? And there's more of those guys. They're a little bit more difficult to get through than Tomb Raider 2. Okay, let me go ahead and save my game. Let me actually get in a good position where you can know where you need to go. Save my game right here, and you guys can have this save. And let's continue through this. Remind myself not to overwrite that save. Okay, now as we come up through this room, take a look on the right side. You have this rope going down, but you also have this sword guy. We just saw him. He's going to lower that sword on that rope, and it's going to be a trap. So let's see if I can get these. Hope maybe get the musket ammo, but nope. Just activate him and then run down here. And around the corner, you'll be fine. There's going to be some balls coming down here. By the way, there's a lot of balls in this level. And I mean that, like, there's a boss that's a ball. Kind of interesting. Alright, so that ball's kind of hard to get around, so just kind of jump around the corner and you should be fine. Alright, musket ammo right there on the ground. Climb up to the top. Find a switch, which will open that door right there. Alright, now we are essentially back in that central area that we were in, where we, well, I guess it is a central area, where we fought the 3 knights. And what happened while we were gone is we opened up that gate up there. So that's the goal, is to get through this gate. Now, before I get up in here, I'm gonna show you a trick to get through this, but I'm also gonna give you guys the save file after I get through this as well. I'm gonna actually save the game beforehand, and what I'm gonna do is show you a trick on how I get through this. This is my first try. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up on this thing. I'm gonna actually do a demonstration here before I try it. Where this first thing is, where it's sliding back and forth, that is where I begin sprinting. Alright? The reason why this is so difficult is there's 4 of these things. It's a real pain to get through, but I'll show you what I can do to get through this in one shot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand down here, and I'm going to pull myself up, and then I'm just going to run for it. Just a normal run until I get to that point where I said I start sprinting, which is where that first one's going back and forth. And I need to do this before I activate these guys. That's why I have the save file. So I'm going to load my save file back up. If you didn't save at this point, I'm sorry. I highly recommend you save here. You just pull yourself up, start running, and then sprint when you get on the tile. It's just that simple. So pull up and then start running, sprinting when I get on that tile, and then when we get to the end, just release the forward button, but continue to hold the sprint button, and she will do the sliding motion, and she will not slide into the lava. So yeah, they really made that one kind of difficult, but hopefully with those tips you'll be able to get through it. Let me go ahead and save the game here for you guys, so you guys have another save point after that. Back in the distance, you'll notice a crawl space. We can go through there, but I recommend waiting on that one. Otherwise, you got to go through all those things again, which kind of sucks. Right here is a closed gate. We'll be getting into that soon. And right here is actually another large central area. Okay, there's 4 wings coming off of this thing. It's kind of amazing. Now, this is the way I came, and if we go over here to the left from that, we'll find a lever. This lever is going to open up the other gate that I pointed out a while back when I was in that one area. So great, we can go back there and pull that lever. We don't need to do that now, otherwise we got to go through all those things again. We don't want to do that. So let's wait on that one. Yeah, it's kind of tempting, like, ooh, I wonder what's back there. We don't need to go back there yet. Alright, so this is the way to go. It's actually the only way to go. And we want to run and jump up to here. Okay. And then, right here, we'll find a heal potion. A small med pack equivalent. And then we have this part right here that kills me all the time, for whatever reason. Stop and go, basically. You know, make sure you're lined up. I think it has something to do with the way that they're counter-facing each other that really gets me. Alright, so we'll push this button, and this is going to open up a gate that I can go through. I'll show you where that's at here in a second. Alright, wow, I made it through my first try. Amazing. Okay, let me save this. And avoid the fire down there, by the way. That's why I was kind of waiting. Okay, so I opened this gate right here, so I can come into this Knights of the Round Table area. Yes, that's very cool, if you ask me. And that's the Knights of the Round Table room. Okay, so this level, this is kind of a puzzle. What we need to do is we need to look at the tiles here, okay? You cannot stand on some of these tiles, right? If you notice, some tiles are not like the others, alright? The ones that are red are dead. The ones that are lighter, light-colored, normal-colored, you can stand on them. Just that simple. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this lever. This lever is going to open up a gate on the other end of the room, so we can go through it. And then I'm going to find a nice little spot here between the torch and the lever, so I can get my back up against the wall. I need to do a run and jump to the tile that's just to the right, beyond the tiles that are right in front of me. I hope that made sense. This is the tile I'm aiming for, regardless. Let me jump up to here, and then let's do a running jump. I'm going to do a half tile, by the way. You should learn how to do the half tile. Run and jump if you want to be really good at these games. Another half tile might as well. Okay, because if you're like even 1 pixel onto those red tiles, it's going to consider you on those tiles and it's going to kill you. So, yeah. I was thinking maybe I should show you what happens when you die, but I can leave that up to you. We're going to see what happens when I stand on one anyway in the future. So, all right, let's do a run and jump over to here, and then we can do another run and jump over to this tile. And you may not need to grab. And then let's just hop and grab in the air to land on this tile. Great, now we have this little room to do right here. Let's go ahead and jump and grab this. And monkey bar over to this lever. Now in this room, I'm actually quite surprised at this. I think this might be an error in the development, but I could be wrong. Let me go ahead and, yeah, I'm thinking about giving you a save here. Well, I can save later, but let me pull the lever, and it's going to raise these tiles right here, these flip tiles, and they are timed. They are timed, but first of all, the timer is very generous, and you have this tile right here that I'm standing on to get through this. Usually that's not the case with TRLEs. It's very, very simplified, or I feel like they kind of hacked around it so that way they could get through it and then just forgot to change it back. I don't know. Man, I'm just speculating here. I have no idea what the intent was there. Alright, so now we're in this area, and you may have noticed this receptacle for something and a gate right here. We will be getting through those, obviously. Okay, over here on, this pedestal, we'll find some arrows. Normal arrows. And we're going to need these because we need to shoot some stuff. I've been using explosive arrows. I better choose my ammo here. Normal. We need to look up in the ceiling and we'll notice this little thing in there and we can just shoot that thing out. Alright, now the goal is to move this guy into the light. Just that simple. Really not much else to say about it. There is another one on the other side that we do need to push as well. We'll get to that here as soon as we get through this one. And what these are going to do is they're going to open the gate that's to Lara's left right now. Right there. And then there's another one right there. Yeah, we can go ahead and do this, I guess. I just want to be careful because I've made the mistake of actually raising or doing an action before it needs to be done, and it kind of screws me. I gotta undo it, so I'm trying not to give you guys the hints, that way if you get to this point you don't have the answers yet. I've been trying to do that a lot lately. Alright, so there's that. And then this is going to open up the gate like I said, but I don't want to pull the lever yet. The reason why I don't want to pull the lever yet is because I still need to move this guy into position. Alright, so it's really not clear as to what you need to do and where this stuff needs to go. Like, where's the ultimate goal for this thing, right? It seems fairly obvious in the short term, like, I gotta put it on this tile, obviously. But, the thing is it's not too clear, honestly, if you ask me, where it's supposed to go in the long run. So let's go ahead and put this thing here. He's on there. Great. Let's go and pull the lever. This is what's gonna raise that thing I just pushed up into the air. That way I can pull it onto the next section. Alright, so now let's go up there. We'll get back to that other thing in a little bit. And notice that over to the left there's some more stuff. There's a closed gate. Can't go to it yet. We'll be getting to that stuff later. Alright, so right here is the pedestal, or whatever. And this is going to be a lot of pushing, by the way. We need to put them into the thing with the stuff. Where there is no thing with the stuff. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that there's nothing that indicates this is where this needs to go. Which, it happens sometimes. I mean, some of the levels are either meant to be that way, or maybe they forgot, or something, I don't know. Like I said, we can just sit here and speculate all we want. What the developers had in mind is what they had in their mind. But where this thing is going to go is it's going to go right in front of this right here. And more specifically, it's going to be in the center and on the tile that she's standing on right now. So it's not too obvious that that goes there. And even further, it's not too obvious what you need to do afterwards. Fortunately, they let you know right away, hey, you got this in the right spot, and you can't move it, because they raise it in the air. So, that's fortunate. We can't do anything about this. Alright, now let's go down below. Actually, let's stand on this yellow tile, because this is going to give you a hint as well. Mr. Lin's going to come out and be like, hey, this. Man, this. And we're going to be like, okay, whatever that means. Basically what he's telling you is you need to stand on one of these red tiles now. Okay? So, let me go ahead and stand on one. I'm just going to kind of flip out of this thing and stand on it. And what's going to happen is this thing is going to break that pedestal that we were just pushing around. And now these red tiles are actually... you can stand on them. So, if you may remember that there was a life potion on the ground. I didn't say anything about it, but there is one over here, and we can get that now. So let's go ahead and grab that. So yeah, basically what the idea here is, you stand on one of these red things before you put the pedestal in the way, then that thing, whatever broke that pedestal, will instead attack you and kill you. So you gotta make sure that thing's in the way first. That's what it comes down to. It's a one-shot deal. Once you use it once, you can't shoot again. So yeah. Now this ladder that I'm climbing right now wasn't originally there. If it was, I wouldn't have gone through the hard part of going around. So I would just climbed up here. But it's here now, so let's use it to our advantage. And what happened is this fake gem came out of the pedestal. So let's go ahead and grab that. And you may already know where this is going to go. So let's go put it into that. And we're almost done with this section. Alright. Here we go. Let's throw the fake gem into the fake gem slot. That's going to open these gates, obviously. And let's go in here. And all we need to do, the only thing you need to do is stand on this. Make it blue and leave. If you want. There's other stuff to do in this room, though. I'll be sure to show you that here in a second. So now it's giving you even more hints. It's saying, hey, you need to illuminate a bunch of these things out here. So yes. Okay, so it even gave you a hint there. It showed you that, hey, there's something behind these crazy things. And we got to go back there, but I'll show you an easy way of getting through there. I'm always looking for the easy methods, guys. Okay, so now that we've done that, like I said, we're not actually done with that room, and I totally left thinking I was. There is some pickups, and I'll show you. Right here is normal arrows, and then a really, really, really well-hidden secret activation. So let's go ahead and grab this thing, and look up here. You got this blue thing right here. We gotta shoot this out. Not very clear that that's what you need to do, but that's what you gotta do to get the secret. That's not required. But what that did is it finally opened the gates that were at the top of this, so we can get the secret that's in there. So let's go through the gates and claim the 2 light potions that are on the ground for the secret. And turn around and leave. Now the quickest way to go is back out onto the balcony area and then down to the knight's table area and then out the door by picking up what did it do? By standing on the blue activation thing, we opened up the gate that we used to get into here. It's shut behind us, so just remember that you can't get out until now. All right. Now that I'm done with this section, let me get through this fire, and I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. That way you guys have a save game for this point in my walkthrough. Okay, so now that I'm through all of that, let's go ahead and which way do I need to go? Oh, I gotta go back, that's right. And so in order to get back, I'm gonna use that crawl space right there. I'm not gonna go through the this crazy stuff right here. It's just nuts. So let's go ahead and use the crawl space. The nice little thing. By the way, that's the squatch. That's the crouch button and the sprint button. You gotta hit both of them, and you gotta be in this position. If you're in this position, you gotta get out of that position by pressing the draw weapons, and then you can do it again. All right, let's get out the pistols. You gotta fight armor dude. Once again, Tomb Raider 4 style, just pound rounds into his chest. He'll eventually fall over. Maybe. Oh man, he's doing the damage. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. I should still be good. There's only one particular area that I'm very concerned about damage in, so let's go ahead and grab this thing. I should have like no damage taken from me at this point. I've got half my life gone. Alright, this is an old castle map. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm really not going to reference it very much. I'll just go ahead and kind of show it to you so you can see that what it's all about. And at the very top, you can see the Knights of the Round room that I was just in. And then you could probably base everything else on that. You can kind of figure out where I'm at. Maybe. It's still really difficult to read without any other landmarks, but a couple of things that really stand out to me is down there at the lower left-hand corner, you see a couple of symbols. It's like a graveyard. I know where that's at too, so yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead, and then what's this other symbol on the upper left corner? I think, is that the way in? I'm not sure, honestly. Anyway, let's go ahead and get through this. Alright, so now to get back, I gotta be careful because I don't have a whole lot of life and I have to fall through this hole. So I'm gonna do it from this side right here. Try to minimize that damage. Alright, we're right back into this section where we have the chandeliers and stuff. How much life do I have? Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to do it. If I need to use a med pack, I will. But I'll try my best, man, my best. Okay, so here's the gate where we want to pull the lever, and I didn't have to come back and do it until now. What this lever does is it shuts off 2 of those guys, so now it's a lot easier to get through there. One thing that you want to try to do, and I've been actually failing at it, but is try to stop this guy where he's at now. If you pull the lever while he's on this side, he'll stop here, and it makes this next part kind of difficult, so just so you're aware of that. Because now we got to get behind this second one. He's going to put us in here where we will find another one of these activation glyphs. So 2 of them have been activated already, which is awesome. Alright, so over here, we'll find a light potion as well. And before we leave, let's take another look at this room. And we'll notice that there's a gate right here shut, and it's a secret. So, let's keep that in mind. Now we can't get through it yet. I'll go ahead and tell you the activation. Plug your ears if you don't want to hear it. The activation is that thing right there. You gotta light it on fire. We don't have a torch though, so we can't do it just yet. Alright, so now the time to get through this thing, looks like it's gonna be a little bit more difficult than I bargained for, but no, it's pretty easy. You can go over to the other side if you want, if that seemed a little bit too difficult for you, but let's go ahead and make our way into this room again, and back into the main central area. I don't know, there's... Okay, now what do I do? Because both these gates are shut. No, wait, this one's open. Okay, good. We're good. We're good, dude. So I got 2 of those glyphs. Actually, let's take a look at that while I'm here. I have 2 of these glyphs, and I'm actually going to go ahead and give you guys another save file with 2 of these glyphs activated. So 1, 2, and these other 2 are out right now. Great. So let's go ahead and save the game. Even though I've only got half my life. Let's go ahead and go down here. Yeah, buddy. And find just the button. Now, there's a lot of stuff to do in this room, but this button is the only thing you can do at this point in time. It's going to open up some more gates. Yep. Switch, pull, switch. And here we have some more of those things that you can light on fire. We usually don't see these style. Or at least I haven't seen any in the regular Tomb Raider games. But if we look up, you may notice something else up there. Let's take the binoculars out. Oh my goodness, that's a torch. Oh my goodness, that's a torch. And that's a ball. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of here. Because the button's the only thing we gotta do at this point in time. Fortunately. This is the area back. By the way, the area I just left is the area that I am concerned with when it comes to damage, just so that you know. Alright, so I pulled the lever and it opened up the 2 doors that were over here. So let's go through here and do the things that we gotta do in here. As we go through here, let's take a pit stop to the left and pick up some unknown magic materia. Still unknown to us. We've been getting this stuff all over the place. What could it possibly be for, right? Well, what's the point? It's unknown. Take a quick stop here, otherwise you get caught on fire. We're not in the market for setting Lara Croft on fire. We're in the market of getting her to the end of this level without dying. Alright, and right here is a lever. That's all we came back here for, was for this lever. That's going to open up the gate that was shut as we passed through here. Well, I didn't mention anything about it, but it's there. Alright, so let's go through this. And into this right here. This is the gate that I just opened. Alright, so let's get out the pistols again. We're gonna end up fighting somebody over here. So this is like the graveyard area I was talking about. And this is just another one of those 204 dudes. Don't hit me, man. Don't hit me, man. Oh, man, that was close, man. Alright, once he dies, wait a second, because he drops some normal crossbow ammo. Okay. Now that we've done this, how does this go? Alright, there's a hint in here. We don't have to get it. I'll go ahead and just do it. There's a hint. It's going to show you that you need to shoot this thing out right here. Okay. This is kind of becoming a theme, right? We've shot a couple of these already. So knowing that, you got to keep that in mind. You really got to try to keep that in mind. This level's all about that. So we shot that thing out, and that's going to open the gate to where we need to go. This is kind of a large area, but there's really nothing in here. It's another one of those large areas that's kind of not, you know, doesn't have much. But I did want to show you where that hint is, of course. I want to let you know where to go to get the hint if you aren't worrying about it. Right there's an opening, and you can climb up in there. You stand on a tile, and it brings in Merlin, and he shows you what you need to do. He points at the blue thing, and it's like, okay, what about it? Alright, but this is the way we want to go. The gate behind me was opened, and this is what we want to try to find, is this lever. Now, this lever, it's not too hard to spot. I mean, the developers, they made it so that way if you kind of walk through this section, you look at it, so you kind of can't miss it, which is very nice. The developer of this level is actually quite helpful, as compared to the last level, who was very brutal. Very, very brutal. Okay, so now we come into this cathedral area. Alright. The final goals are in the center of those chandeliers. You see, you got the one on the right that has a red, the one on the left has a blue. That's what we're trying to get. And the way we need to go to get that is up this ladder. Now, once again, this area also does not have a whole lot of things to get. But this happens to be, you know, one of my favorite areas of the level, even though that's true. Because, man, it's just beautiful looking. You'll see some of the spots in here in a second that just look really amazing. The way that they use the lighting and everything is just really cool. So, very stunning. Alright, so this is the way I'm going to go. I went to the right. And I'm going to pull myself up here. Maybe. Gotta use the crouch button. And then I'm going to use the crouch and the sprint combination to try to get myself down the end of this hallway. Now there is a branch right here you can tee off. That just takes you to the other side. You don't need to go that way yet. We will be going over there in a second. But what I'm looking for is at the very end. It's this opening right here. And this is going to bring me to a button. And then you're going to hear that. And that is kind of misleading. When I first heard it, my first instinct told me cash register. And then secondly, I was like, wait, I'm playing a Tomb Raider game. I'm not buying pornography at the store. I am... Basically what I ended up determining, I think it was timed, is another thing that came. I'm playing Tomb Raider, so it might be timed. And so it's a timer, and that ended up being incorrect as well. Alright, basically what I did is I came across to the other side, and I found this button as well. It's going to make the same sound. Alright, what that is it's the sound of the chandelier lowering. You could have got me with that, though, for sure. And now I'm going to fall down here. And, yeah, basically I'm just going to... this is a safe way out, is what it comes down to. I'm trying to minimize my damage here. I've taken enough, and I'm trying to do a no meds. Doesn't seem very likely at this point, to be completely honest with you guys. I'm thinking that Axe Dude took away more life. I'm doing terrible. That's okay, though. I'll show you the points that I'm mostly worried about anyway. So, here is the red one, alright? And over here is the blue one. And there we go. Now, what are these things? Well, you pick them both up, it opens the gate. That's great, but what else are they for, right? Let's take a look in the inventory here. You have the Summon Galahad, and you also have Zantetsuken. I have no idea what that means. But okay. We'll take it. That's all that's in here, are those two things. So let's go ahead and leave. And we're pretty much done with this section. Just gotta go around all these buildings and everything. Almost there. So yeah, the gate shut behind us when we came in here, and it finally opened. And we're done here, so let's go ahead and go through this stuff. And what we have in our inventory is what's going to help us out in this next area. Alright, the Summon Galahad's a little bit later, but the Zantetsuken is what we're going to end up using right now. Alright, and the Zantetsuken is going to go on the statue right here in the center. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this thing in. Boom. And it's going to open up the two doors that are flanking this guy. So to the left and to the right. I actually didn't realize when I first played through this level, my second time through, that both of these doors open leading to a different place. So I spent all kinds of time looking around. Yeah, just don't forget that that's true. I just assumed that they did, and I failed in that respect. This is the one that I found, too, this room right here. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull both of these levers. So now we have both of those jump switches pulled. Go down and into this door. And in here. Now, over here on the right, to the right, you'll find a pedestal that has some normal ammo. And before I do any of the puzzle stuff in here, let's take a look right here. You see that there is 2 gates, and you have something on a pedestal, and if you look beyond that, you'll notice that there is a tile for a secret. I can see it myself. Kind of hard to see unless you're kind of moving, though. So, yeah, there's a secret in here. Now, here's the deal, okay? This one's kind of hard and kind of tricky to do. I mean, eventually it's like, oh, maybe you gotta do this, and it ends up working. So you have these 2 plates that are in the air, and you have 2 movable boxes. Actually, they're movable statues. So we're gonna move these movable statues, and the idea is to put them underneath those 2 plates that are in the air. But, yes, there's a but. These 2 discs are also movable, so the question then becomes, which position of the discs is necessary to place the statues underneath? Well, I'll tell you what, pulling it once in either direction, I guess pushing, rather, is one solution. There are 2 solutions to this, okay? That's one. Pushing it in either direction from its original position is one solution, and the other solution is 180 degrees to that. And that is going to open up both of these doors. I'm not sure if the way that I am facing right now is the puzzle, or it's for to end the level, or if it's for the secret. Well, it's one of the 2 is true, right? So, I guess we'll find out here in a second. Yes, I do have to run around this curtain. I've tried many times to try to jump, you know, sideways to the statue so that way I can get to the other side. It just doesn't work out for me. Okay, so let's see here. Let's take a look at the positions of... Alright, so I just gotta push this guy once, and we got 1 door open. And that would have been the secret door. So if you want just the thing, you're going to want to make sure that this stick is facing away from the door you entered from. Right now it's pointing directly at the thing, so this is the solution for the secret. Oh, I take that back. This is the solution for the thing. There you go. So it's facing the door. It's pointing at leaving, which is what we don't want to do, right? So let's turn this thing 180 degrees in either direction. It'll land in the same spot. And she's good at teleporting back to where she started to. So get that there, and then we will modify our statues to line up. So we kind of need to push these guys twice, and that should be good enough for both statues, which is nice. And I kind of like this puzzle. This actually was a really cool puzzle. Kind of open-ended. I mean, there's not... I guess there's only 4 possible, you know, arrangements for these statues, but I was hoping, and I was actually correct in my assumption, that these things, doesn't matter which statue you use. It doesn't... One statue on one side doesn't matter if it's on the other side or not. It doesn't care. So that's nice. Alright, so we put the statues in the other position. It's going to open up the gate back here, and we can finally go in here and grab some more unknown magic materia. Man, can't wait to see what that's for, dude. Alright, so here is also some arrows. And that's it. Okay, we get the key thing that we got was that eye. I don't even think I have it in my inventory. Oh yeah, I do. Clear eye. I'm not sure what I don't remember if I used that for anything. Not for this level for sure, but what it did after I picked it up was it exposed one of those things that I can shoot. Now I couldn't have shot this before because I had a protective barrier around it, but now we can shoot it. Okay, and with that shot, we actually are dropping the ball. See, there's a ball coming down now. Alright, and you can actually stand on this tile and take a look up in the air, but it's not going to do any good. So here comes a ball. Now this is the part that I've been fearing, okay? This ball does massive amounts of damage. And some of it I can't avoid, like, or I can't seemingly avoid. Ooh, I made it out. Yes. But this part, I also might be forced to take some damage. Ooh, what? Wow, I'm getting lucky. Okay, so, yeah, I kind of... I don't know how I did that without taking damage, but, yeah, I did. So, let's, you know, use this to our advantage here. Let's go ahead and grab this. And now we need to set it on fire. Ooh, we need to get this caught on fire. So there's only one spot that I know of that has fire. So we're gonna go back there now. Wow. Okay, yeah, saving the game. So that way, I'll even give you this save as well. So that way you guys can try to get through this without taking, you know, having as much life as I did, not getting hit. Alright, over here, we will find... This is where I get the fire. So let's get this fire and head back to this area. Now we gotta kill the ball. This is like a boss fight, man. After you do the thing, he dies and everything. It seems like, I mean, they probably just... I mean, this is TRLE, you know, 2-meter level editor. Really can't... I guess we can't expect too much out of the devs. Well, ball is just fine for me, and in fact, I kind of like this encounter. It's very, Oh god, I'm gonna get hit if I stay there. Yeah, trying to do this without getting hit is craziness. I haven't been too successful at that end, though. Usually I get to this point and then he'll come around. Wow, he didn't even hit that time. Am I getting hasty? I don't know. Guess I'm gonna wait. Oh god, he hit me. Oh god, he hit me again. Not much, though. Alright, let's go around. Let's take the long way around. Oh no! Got me again. Okay, so I definitely gotta pull off the bull part. That's later. Without getting hit. So, once I light the last one here, I don't have to worry about the ball again. That's why I didn't give two craps. He gets frozen way over there where he was not at. And we illuminate this glyph. That's amazing. Now, before I go anywhere, I almost didn't take this with me. I'm actually take this out of the room with me. And because I think you may remember what I might want to use this for, right? I'm not going to use it for that purpose just yet, though. Okay? I am going to put this in a position so that way I can get it later. Only because I got to go back this way again anyway. So I'm just kind of preparing myself for that. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this thing over here. And then we can continue on. Because I got to go back that way. That's where the torch thing is. I don't feel like going back that way just yet. Okay, so the only other way left that we have not gone is up here. So let's go up here. Oh god. Oh man. Trying to show off and it's not working out very well. Another flyby. Look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. You can't let that kind of stuff escape you. A lot of this flyby, there's really not much in here. I mean, there are some things that it is kind of showing, but a lot of this stuff is pretty straightforward for the most part. With the, you know, there's a couple exceptions to that, but okay. So items, there are a couple items in here that we need to grab. One of them is over here. As I entered, I'm pretty much going to the left, to the far left corner, and we'll find some arrows. Okay, so that way we can shoot out the chandelier. Yes, and it's directly above the movable, whatever the heck, pedestal. All right, and putting this into position is going to be one of the keys to get us out of this room. Trying to think of what else it does. I'm pretty sure it just opens the exit after another key event in this area. So, yeah, just get the pushing out of the way. We're doing a lot of block movement in this. That's okay, that's why we play this game, though, sometimes. Alright, we're getting pretty close here. Man, look at that life. It's going to be flashing like that for the rest of the level, but I'm confident that I've got this. Considering that I didn't take any damage on those opening sections of that ball fight. Alright, so we're shown the exit. That's the exit door. That's the same door I came in. but it's shut right now. So now there's only one other thing we can do, and that's over here. There's a shut gate, but there's also this right here. That's going to open the shut gate. We also hit a checkpoint. By the way, I have said this a couple times, and I'll keep repeating it. This game does have checkpoints. It's very unlike me to use checkpoints, because I'm so used to just using the normal save feature, but it's there nonetheless. Alright, so we're out here, we're on this, I guess it's just like some sort of bridge or whatever, connector. I'm not sure, but this part really had me going. It's kind of hard to know what to do, only because it's just, they wanted to be a jerk at this point in time. You see it? You see it, it's over there. Right there. Okay. You come up here, you gotta fight a dude, and then you don't do anything, you end up leaving, you forget about this entire section. But this is what you need to do. Okay, it's gonna open this gate. Now, like I said, there is a dude in here that you could fight. I'm actually just gonna blow past him and not even worry about him. He's another one of those Tomb Raider 4 night dudes. You can just get close, fire at him, you know, that sort of thing. Alright, now we are in this room. And behind me, I wasn't able to change the camera, but there's a gate that's shut. We'll be going in there shortly. I don't think there's anything up here. This is one thing that I think I just stopped checking after I realized there was no items. And sometimes I do that and miss the item. So yeah, there's nothing up there. Okay, so this is where we need to go. There is another way down there. There's the exits that way, and also a couple of other things. We'll be doing that here in a little bit. This should be a hint for something right here. I've mentioned what I'm going to be attacking here in a second, so that's not enough clue for you. Then you're normal. Honestly, as you're just a normal person. Okay. Let's pull up there. You notice I pull myself up. Then we're going to do a run and jump over to here, and we're going to shimmy over to the right. This crevice right here indicates that you can shimmy past it. That used to throw me off. Sometimes I would see that and be like, I can't shimmy from the right. It's blocked that way. But no, you can. Alright, let's do a run and jump over here. I don't know why I thought that either. I guess I didn't realize that Lara's hands can go. I don't know, I'll shut up. Let's go ahead and climb this ladder. And right here when we get to this part, we want to go to the left. And just let go. Make sure that she's all the way to the left before you let go, otherwise she'll fall back down. She kind of like does a teleport act and, you know, gets you angry and everything. Okay, so now the goal is to get to the other side. I'm just going to use this little thing right here as a helper. And we're going to pull this lever. Now this lever is going to open the one gate that I showed you previously into this area. So that's the goal now. And let's fall down and into that area. So taking a right as we leave, we're going back the way we came, detouring here to the left, and we find another receptacle where we can put the summon Galahad. Before I do that, I'm going to go over here and find this ladder right here. Can I get it first try? Nope. Alright, let's try again. There we go. So yeah, that's basically the way we want to take to get up here. Alright, so let's shimmy over to the right. And this is a secret, by the way. So this is going to count toward one of the 8 secrets that we have in this level. Yes, there are 8 secrets in this level. And I haven't even gotten most of them. I think this is like the 3rd one or something. So we got about 5 more to go. Not too sure about that math there. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and use the Summon Galahad now that we have the secret. And we're going to just summon some Galahad. Alright, now, this guy is going to bust through here and also blow some stuff up. So as soon as you have control of Lara, you want to jump and turn around, because you can get caught on fire from that. Now we have a bull chasing us. So, you know, putting 2 and 2 together, this is what we need to do. We need to have him smash his face into these wall things. Let's get lined up to one of them and just wait. And just, it's a Tomb Raider 4 thing. As soon as he starts charging you, do a side jump, and he should miss you, hopefully. Oh, he's right on me. I don't have... Oh, I better save the game, by the way. Oh, God. Oh, God. Man, he's not cooperating this time. I used to... It didn't take me this much trouble to get him. Here we go. Alright, we got one. 1 down, 2 to go. As soon as he does this, as soon as he starts his first step in his charge, that's when I side jump. So right there. It looks like that didn't work, so bad example. Let's see what happens now. He's already on me, so there we go. Got it. So now I'm gonna do it one more time. Hopefully it works. As soon as he starts charging, right there. All right. Smooth. Let's get out of here. Now we gotta do one more, and I actually don't have to do this one. You can avoid this other one here in the distance. By hitting all 4 of those, I open the gate. You can see it up there in the air. I open this gate so I can come in this room. Now I'm gonna do a trick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand right here at the very back end of this tile and to the right. Okay, maybe I'll step aside to the left in case this hurts a little bit. But I'm at the very back, and what's gonna happen is it seems to be just enough so that way he kind of, oh no, he's not gonna do it. Is he? He did it. He did it! Yeah, so, just standing back here at the back end of this tile, it's weird the way that the bull's programmed. He just kind of, if there's a wall right there, he'll like think that he can get you from here and he'll charge back and run into this thing, which is really cool. But that's not required. If you can't get him to push that button, that's okay, because it's not required. However, it is for a secret, so if you want a secret, you do need him to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and push this button, and that's going to lower the beam that's surrounding this knight's heart, is what it's called. This is one of the keys that we need to get into that red opening that we saw at the very beginning of the level. So, yes, that is one of the keys. There is another one that we need. And once we have it, we're done with this level. Essentially. Okay, so this is the exit. Let's go and pull ourselves up into it. And we want to just kind of slide down here and head to the left. And we'll pull up here. I remember coming into here my first time and having a hard time trying to find my way through here. I think it was because of that bridge. I had to shoot that gem out, and I just couldn't find the thing to save my life. So one of the things that I noticed is this crawl space during that looking around, and I couldn't get up there. I was just like so irate. It was hilarious. Watch explosions, actually. My first attempt at playing all these levels are in the explosions episodes, by the way, people. Okay, so, I mean, that's the first attempt ever, completely blind, never playing this game. I get stuck a lot, by the way. Okay, so, while we were doing all that madness, this thing showed up, and the way that this thing showed up was because the bull hit that last button. Remember I said it was only for a secret? Well, this is the secret that it's for. You can't seem to pull yourself up into the secret without this thing being there. So, you have to have the bull charge into the thing. I'm really kind of questioning that, though, now. I'm pretty sure that that is the case, but I don't think I can reach that high. Yeah, normal jump. Okay, just making sure. Right. Okay, so we got everything. We lit the 4 glyphs. We have a knight's heart. Everything is done for the most part. Still some cleanup stuff we gotta do, like get the last one. And also, this thing right here in the center finally opened up, and we can shoot it. We have all 4 of the glyphs lit, so 1, 2, and almost 3. 3 and 4. Awesome. And we can now shoot this thing. And what this is going to do is I think it raises this thing. You could stand on it, and I guess it actually opened that gate. That was the only other gate. I have not been in that one room. So let's go back there. Now you can use the crawl space if you want, if you don't want to go around these things, but I think it's quicker just to go through this thing real quick. And let me go ahead and get through this, and then I'll give you guys a save file. There you go, another save file for you guys, and now let's go to the last portions of this level. So, alright, let's go ahead and shoot all 4 of these things. Now, one thing you can actually use is an explosive, and you'll hit all 4 of them. I was thinking about doing that just now. I was like, well, I already used one, whatever. I don't know. Just use explosive anyway. Alright, the second and final nice heart is now in my possession. Now, the way to go is up there, but before I do that, actually, I do need to go up here real quick. Now that I think about it. I want to stand on this green tile right here. That's going to open up this gate. Not quite. Inside of here, I'll explain that in a second. Inside of here, there's a greave. So, we've already collected the secret armor chest, we have the secret armor helmet, we have a secret armor left greave. Okay, so I said that standing on this green right here opened up that gate. That's actually not true. I'm convinced that this tile right here actually opens up that gate. So what does this green tile do? You hear a door open when you stand on it, by the way. You do hear another door open. That's the other secret. That's the one that we saw. We saw a gate at the very beginning of this whole thing, and I said, hey, yeah, we'll be back. Well, we're gonna go back, and that's this gate right in here. Okay, so here's that pole that I used to get across. And right there is the gate that is now open. So we can do a jump into this thing, and light a flare, and pull ourselves up here at the end. And we will find another secret. Some explosive tip arrows, which is amazing. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way through the end of this. Don't just run out of this one, you gotta do a jump over the lava, by the way. And then I'm gonna actually climb up here. This is what's gonna give us access to the end of this level. I don't think... Did I get all secrets cleared? I did not. Oh, I'm missing a secret. Oh, I almost forgot the fire secret. Somebody... Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's... Guess I should have done that one before, right? So... By the way, I was pressing F2 to check if I had all my saves. If you have all the saves, then it will flash all secrets obtained or whatever. So, what I need to do is I need to get this other secret that I mentioned a while back. I gotta use the torch to get it. And that's the last secret, so... Whoops-a-daisy. Now, I would have had to go through those things anyway. Because I can't crawl back, and you know, that's one thing that I should have used as a cue was, hey, I shouldn't be crawling back for the second time through these. Oh well, whatever. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, we're through this. Looks like I was almost zero. Did I die at all? This video? What the heck, man? That's not like me. Well, sorry, guys. Oh, great, I almost forgot the secret again. This time I have the torch. What the heck, Matt? Oh, don't get hit by the chandelier. I could die at any moment, guys. Alright, here we go. Let's try this. Alright, doing it right this time. We want to go behind this thing. Yay! Okay, let's go ahead and light this. Don't! No! That sets you on fire, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, then. Oh, that's interesting to me. We don't need this torch anymore, by the way. Yes, now let's go over here to this gate. This gate is now open. We can claim some more unknown magic material, and there it is. All secrets cleared in the lower left-hand corner. So let's go ahead and see how many secrets I have. 53 of 80, so you should be at 53 of 80 at this point in the game. Alright, now let's go ahead and get back. We don't need the torch, we can leave it there. Go ahead and wait for this one. I'm gonna go to the left, that's where I need to go. Yeah, don't hug that thing, by the way. Even if you face it going straight on like I was facing it, if as soon as it goes away, it's gonna kill you, so don't run into it. Excellent. Now up in here is where we need to go. This is where I got the second Knight's Heart, and then I went and got the other secrets, so... Yeah, we're done, dude. The other secret should have been the last one. Okay, so now I want to fall through this hole, and I don't think there's any particular way that really matters. Yeah, let's go here. As long as I don't go any further forward, I'm fine. If I do go forward, I gotta go all the way back around. Well, not all the way, it's not too far, but yeah, just make sure you're facing this way. This is what gets you back into this starting area. So, yep. Okay, so now we want to get up. We want to just go across the room and jump on this green platform. There's another green platform on the other side. I don't think you can get to this side while you're on the other side. So you gotta make sure you come on this side and do a run and jump into this red section. And now let's throw the Knights' hearts into the Knights. Bam. And one more. Oh. Here we go. Knight's heart into the chest. And then run, jump, and just slide on down. Alright guys, that is going to be the end of King Arthur's project. I'm going to go ahead and save my game in this slot. And I will see you guys next time on Badass Games. Take it easy.